You got a custom loop here, hardline. I haven't seen very many at Quakecon this year.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah, so what do you got going on with it?
It's just a full front and back 3090 cooled, and then I did a CPU VRM cooler as well.
Okay, awesome.
And then instead of your standard pump, because it wouldn't fit, I did just a reservoir up front.
Is that the Lee & Lee case?
Yeah, the
with
11.
And then you ordered the custom...
Yeah, this came from EK, all of this stuff did.
Okay,
and
got it.
They make a nice little reservoir.
Yeah, I think I had one before in a smaller case. So.
Yeah, I wish I would have gone with the XL. It would have had just a little bit extra room to make it a little bit easier to work with.
So which 3090's in there?
It's the Asus ROG.
Okay.
So it's a couple of years old, but it's still going strong.
Yeah, I mean, they're great. And what CPU's in there?
It's a Ryzen. I think it's a 7900X.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you do any overclocking or anything like that?
No, every time I do, there's no point.
Yeah.
Everything that's out right now, it'll run still fine and no issues.
Overclocking's kind of a thing of the past these days.
Yeah, if you upgrade all the time, but I'm going to keep this thing for a while, and so that was why I ended up doing the liquid cooling on it, so that way when it does come time to overclock, I have no issues.
Awesome, it looks great. What monitor did you go with?
It's one of the Alienwares, not the OLED, but it's a G-Sync.
Okay.
It's a couple years old still, but it's been great.
Yeah. How many hertz and what resolution? It's 4K?
244, and it's a 4K.
Okay, yeah, looks like it. With no zoom or anything going on there.
Yeah, no.
Awesome. Did you have any? What game you been playing?
I just finished one of the Wolfensteins today, but been playing some BattleBit and some Counter-Strike with some friends.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Cool. What do you think about cryptocurrency?
It's cool, but was waiting around too long, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good way to
You
make
held
some
too
money.
long?
No, I waited too long to buy.
To buy? Oh,
yeah.
It's never. What about mining? What do you think about that?
I waited again too long.
Yeah.
I know some friends that did it and made some good money off of it, but I just haven't done anything.
Cool. Awesome, man. Well, thanks. It'll be on my channel, Son of a Tech. I cover cryptocurrency, YouTube, mining and stuff like that. But here for the weekend, want to talk to everybody.
Nice, cool.
And what was your name?
I'm Alec.
Alan?
Alec.
Alec. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
I'll pick it up in a second. This is a lot more complicated than I had originally anticipated.
I get it. It always is.
Well, you're the first to talk to me so far, so thank you, sir.
Yeah, don't worry, man.
Oh, I'll see you around.
See you. Yeah,
Alec, right?
Yeah.
Got it. All right, so what you got going on here?
Yeah, so in my setup, did a little bit of a brand new setup. You know, all our previous LAN, Quakecon, DreamHack, we haven't had what we call the LAN desk. So I took a shelf, just an industrial shelf.
Yeah.
And I hacked it up. I saw someone else doing it online, and I was like, this is really cool. This will save some space. So I took a 4-shelf unit, cut it in half, got 2 shelves down here, one to support it and then one to hold my PC.
Is it clamped on or is it just setting on top?
It sits right in and it goes in with some holders. So whenever we leave, we can pop it up and it'll just become really compact.
Heck yeah.
So plenty of room down here for the monitors, the keyboard, the mouse. I got my extra portable monitor up here so I can keep
saw
my
that.
Discord.
What size is that? Is that on Amazon or something?
Yeah, so this is one of the our Zopa portable monitors.
Okay.
This is only about 15 bucks, or I mean, less than $100.
I was gonna say $15.
I think I had got it on sale for like 60 bucks.
Yeah, I have like a $30 portable, but it's only a 7-inch.
Yep, so 15 inches. This is really
Okay.
nice. USB powered, plugs in.
Which
Which
is
is
important
great.
if you only have 2 plugs, right?
Exactly, yep.
And then what do you got going on with your PC today?
Yeah, so I'm running a 4080 Ti in here.
Nice.
I have an older Ryzen, so it's a Ryzen 7 5800X, I believe.
Okay, perfect.
Got 64 gigs of DDR4.
Nice.
MSI Mag
Motherboard?
motherboard. This is an NZXT case. Replaced all the fans and internal workings with Corsair, so it's an all single Corsair system.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and then got the riser for the
To
graphics card.
Show off the GPU.
Yep.
Nice. And what monitor are you running?
So I am running one of Dell's gaming brands, which is
Okay.
actually fairly good. It's a 1440p monitor, 165 hertz refresh rate. Works really well. I have 5 of these total, actually.
Okay.
3 at home that I sit on the bottom and a 34-inch ultra wide on the top.
Nice.
So I bring this, have 2 extras that I just bring along to LAN things. I run my, continue with the Corsair setup.
Yeah,
So
sync all the lighting and all that.
exactly.
Cool.
Corsair keyboard, Corsair mouse. I actually have a second one for my MMO mouse up here that I don't have plugged in right now. Corsair headset. This is a H80. So yeah, pretty standardized setup. Try to keep it all the same so everything can sync up.
Yeah, so is that what game are you playing? Is that the new Hunt Showdown?
So this is actually Dead by
What is
Daylight.
it?
This
Dead
is
by
their
Daylight.
New,
Oh, okay. Oh,
game
yeah,
mode,
got it.
the 2 versus 8 game mode, and yeah.
Cool. Awesome. I haven't played Dead by Daylight in like forever. That UI looks completely different, I think.
It's it's a brand new game mode, so it looks different, but it's
Awesome.
really fun.
Is it fun? Cool.
Yeah.
What do you think about cryptocurrency?
What do I think about cryptocurrency? I haven't got into it yet. Just started getting into investing.
Okay.
Bought some stocks recently. Decided to jump into Intel stocks when the market kind of crashed.
Oh, bummer.
Bought a whole bunch of Intel stocks after it crashed.
Yeah,
so
well, that's
have that. Still looking into some cryptocurrency, so haven't really bought any yet.
What do you think of cryptocurrency mining?
I've always thought about it. Haven't ever done it myself.
Yep.
I've helped some friends build some mining rigs in the past.
Okay.
I just haven't done any of the setup myself. I know it was really popular a few years ago. I don't know if it's necessarily died off, but I haven't done a lot with it as of recent. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, I run a cryptocurrency mining YouTube channel called Son of a Tech.
Awesome.
This will go up on there. It used to be a tech hardware channel, and
Yep.
it kind of morphed over to that.
Awesome.
So I'm going to put this up there. So that's how I'm asking that question to kind of
Yeah.
put it all together. So
Fantastic.
thanks so much for showing me your rig.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I'll grab that lav mic back from you.
Yep.
Cool. I've never used this specific type of live before, so
It'll work.
Is it already recording?
Yeah, it's already recording. So you're the Turk?
Yeah, so
cool.
I'm Turk. I do computer hardware reviews, and this is my biggest small form factor build. I've got a Ryzen 7 or Ryzen 5 5600X RTX 3080 in here with some power supply, but I'm able to play Starfield over 60 FPS, console settings.
Awesome. I have the exact same case over here. I actually picked this one too. It's the height, right?
Yeah, it's like the height.
Yeah.
33 something.
Did you do the air cooler or the liquid cooler?
No, this has got a 280 millimeter AIO.
Awesome.
It's
Me
dark,
too.
But
cool.
super hot over here.
I did a full teardown of this already, so I'm going to be putting that up later on my channel as well. So
sure.
I'm sure. Did you do the build video already?
Nope. This was all strictly for fun and games.
For fun.
No business on this machine.
Cool. Well, awesome. I love that case. It's amazing.
Yeah. So there's a couple other guys 2 rows down. They 3D printed their cases.
Okay.
And I've been trying to 3D print and make like a standardized console setup,
awesome.
But out of PC parts. So it's a white and orange machine.
Yeah.
It's fully 3D printed. It's only got like 4 pieces of metal.
That's down here?
Yeah, it's on the end cap, 2 rows down.
Okay, maybe I missed it. I think I might have gotten it.
Yeah.
I'm coming from that direction.
Yeah.
Cool. So what monitor did you decide to bring out here?
This is the LG 27-inch IPS 144 hertz.
Okay.
1440p. It's like the WL 250 or something like that.
Okay. An official G-Sync on it?
Yeah. And
How do you like
Hardware Unboxed really likes it, and it's a very popular one on Amazon. So.
Awesome. Cool.
And I got this keyboard from previous Quakecon. This is the glorious keyboard.
Okay.
Whatever their $200 one.
GMMK, the 10 keyless, not the compact.
Yeah, and it's the full metal.
Yeah.
I've got my ROG Ally.
What switches do you have in that? Do you know?
I have no idea.
No idea?
They click, so they're...
Because they had those new Panda switches that was on Bad Seed Tech's channel. I put those in, they were okay. Ended up swapping the Razer because of Snap Tap, because I like cheating. So
yeah, these were the ones that came with the official kit or whatever.
Okay, cool.
So I'm not into the keyboard stuff. I know that's its own bottomless pit.
Yeah. How do you like Starfield?
I loved it. I've already beaten it before, and I wanted to play it through before Shattered Space, so I figured.
Okay. When is that launching?
I cannot confirm or deny when that happens.
Okay.
But it's soon.tm.
So. Soon.tm. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. What you drinking over there?
I'm not drinking it all anymore,
but
Pecos Pete's.
Pecos Pete's.
Yep. Last night was a rough night, so I'm taking it easy.
Taking a break. Cool.
Yep.
Yep. It's great getting those free refills.
Yep. Very
cool,
much.
Man. Well, thanks, Turk. Go follow him at the Turk on YouTube and Twitter, and look out for my spot on my channel. It's Son of a Tech.
Son of a Tech.
Yes,
cool.
sir.
I'll definitely go subscribe.
One more question, because it is based on cryptocurrency. What do you think about cryptocurrency?
I mined quite a bit back in the day, Ethereum and all that. I actually did a review on this 3080 on like the overtemps and people were reporting.
Okay.
And I got it to over 110 degrees and it didn't die or anything. So
nice.
I like crypto as a concept. I really wish more people would actually use it though.
Adopt it.
Not just trade it for stock market stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what's being done with it right now.
Yep.
I think as more adoption comes, that'll definitely change. It's really interesting that we got 2 presidential candidates kind of backing it now at this point. Especially
Trump and Kennedy,
coming out
right?
of, yes sir, Trump and Kennedy. Kind of Trump out of nowhere, he was against it last term, so that was kind of wild. And now we got hints of Kamala even talking about trying to support it, so it seems like it might be something that people are looking at doing. Probably the economy, right? So
yeah, and it's decentralized currency. I think is a smart move, especially with the volatility. It's like, let's not. I know this is not computer stuff anymore, but it's like I really don't like the fact that the Fed controls all this stuff. It's like I really wish we controlled it.
Well, and that's the big thing about, like, I know GPU mining drove the prices up, and a lot of people were really against it back in like 2018 when I came here. Did a lot of interviews with people. They're, you know, obviously that stresses people out. They're trying to build PCs, but at the same time, on the Bitcoin side, if you have the application-specific circuits that are like obviously kind of closed systems, single manufacturers or very few manufacturers, it doesn't decentralize it enough. And the dream, I think, would ultimately be that everybody can mine on just their gaming PC, figure out a way to restrict that.
Yeah,
but it always becomes like a economy of scale.
Yeah. And that especially with Ethereum, right? It's the complexity of the work and the calculations. As I know, that's with Bitcoin. With Ethereum, it was a constant, steady state of supply, right?
Well, it
went to
proof of stake in September of 22.
Yeah.
Which obviously hit the mining market pretty hefty. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see where it goes. But thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Background good?
You're here at Quakecon 2024. What's going on with your rig? What CPU, what components, GPU? Looks like a thick boy there.
Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward rig. It's a 7800 X3D.
Okay.
With a 4090 and,
Nice.
a lot of fans.
Has the 4090 been holding up for you?
Yeah, 4090's been working great. It's been a stable card. Just got to keep it cool, which I think I'm doing.
How long have you had it?
About a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. So what are you playing at QuakeCon this year? Rocket League?
We're just getting into Rocket League. We've played a lot of Quake. My wife and my friend here, we've been playing Quake 2 tournaments, Quake 2 FFA. We played the Tasty Spleen 500 Endurance competition earlier. Quake Live Free for All, and a little bit of Rise of the Triad.
How'd you do in them? Pretty good, or?
So in the winners group for the Quake 2 FFA, Rise of the Triad, we had some technical challenges. That game really wasn't designed for a lot of people on a big LAN to run, so that one just kind of got forfeited, and everyone got some pity prizes. Quake 2 FFA, Quake Live FFA didn't do so well, but Quake 2 is where it's at. That's my favorite game.
Nice. What keyboard are you running for that circle strafing and all that stuff?
This is a really old Corsair K70. It's time for an update.
But you got to get that snap tap.
Yeah, this one served me well. It just lives in the land bag and comes to all the events.
Now everybody's cheating with the snap tap. You got to get that going.
Oh man, I'll have to take a look at that.
Razer, the new Razer's got it, and what is that? I always forget the name of that new keyboard company. Wooting.
Okay.
Yeah,
heard of it. Haven't seen
Wooting.
them, but.
Yeah. Basically, you can keep holding down A and tap S, and it'll just make you bounce strafe back and forth.
I try not to look at too many new things, because then
you buy it all? Well, obviously with that 4090
now I
there.
may need to update.
Yeah.
The rig's a lot newer than the keyboard and mouse, so I'll have to see what's new in the
There you go. What case is that?
The Corsair 5000D Air.
Okay, nice. All right.
Yeah, I'd built the 4000D Air in my old machine that my wife behind me is running, and then thought I'd get a few more fans in here. There's a reason this computer's named OnlyFans. And
then what monitor are you running there?
I just picked this up for the con. It's the Asus, I forget which model number, but a 27-inch, 180 hertz.
Okay, nice. How do you like it?
It's been working great.
Awesome. Oh, the mouse, that looks like an old Logitech G50.
Yeah.
Nope. Which one is that?
I think you're on the right track. I forget which.
I'm
model
close.
number. 502.
502.
I
wanted to say 502 so bad.
I have that, and I have like 5 old spares, but I
Okay.
haven't worn out the first one yet. But I like
There you
this so
go.
much, I just stick with it.
Awesome. So what do you think about cryptocurrency?
I own quite a bit of it, a couple different projects.
Awesome.
And I love it.
What's your favorite project?
Hex and Pulse.
Which one?
Hex and Pulse.
Hex
Pulse
and
chain.
Pulse?
Pulse
Okay.
chain, yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. What do you think about cryptocurrency mining?
I missed the boat when I should have known better because I was too busy running steady at home machines. That's what I think about that.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, I run a cryptocurrency mining YouTube channel called Son of a Tech, so you can go check that out.
I'm subscribed to you, actually.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. I'll probably put this up there if you're okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Along with a few other interviews, and I'm asking that question at the end. So there
Sounds
you go.
good. Yeah,
Cool.
I'm curious to see the answers.
What was your name again?
I'm Chad.
Chad?
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Chad.
Likewise.
You did look familiar.
Too bad we're not at PAX anymore. It's a bummer.
Yeah, no more PAXes.
Yep. We'll see if they.
So this build was, or is sort of cool in that 2019, when Corsair was a partner of ours, they were running a show special and gave me a good deal on all the components for this.
Okay. What components are in there? Do you remember?
Specifically, it's all Corsair. So it's Corsair reservoir and pump.
Yeah.
I forget the model number explicitly. It's 7600 Radeon video card. It's what's the processor in this? I forget.
Just type in system information in the search. There it is.
So it's a Ryzen 9 5900 12 core. 32 gig of RAM.
Awesome. I was trying to look which GPU that is. Is that the, that looks familiar, 6800 XT?
Oh yeah, it's 6800 XT. Yeah, that sounds right.
Awesome. And then that's the Hero motherboard.
Hero 8.
So that would have been the 570X.
Yeah, the premium chipset with 570.
Yeah. And then the Lian Li case.
Lian Li case, yes sir.
Awesome. Cool. What have you been playing while you're out here? You're on staff, so not a lot?
Well, since I'm sitting in the Starfield row, of course, Starfield.
Starfield, there
of
you
course. Go. A little bit of classic Quake.
Okay. Awesome. Quake 1 or 2?
Both.
Both. Okay.
The first time I went to Quakecon, Quake 3 Team Arena was a thing. So I did a little bit of that for nostalgia purposes.
Okay, awesome.
And then, of course, played a little bit of Doom from 2016.
Yeah.
While here.
That's a good one. Do you like Doom 2016 or Eternal better?
I do enjoy Eternal because there's some neat mechanics that you can do while playing in groups that, what was it specifically that you could do in that? I'm just fried, man.
No worries.
I'm so tired.
I have one last question.
I sound so stupid.
No, you're good. I have one last question for you if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
What do you think about cryptocurrency?
Thoughts on cryptocurrency?
I hit you with the tough one.
I regret not spending $100 on Bitcoin back in 2014,
okay.
2013.
Yeah.
Or even, what was it, 2019, 2020, where Dogecoin started taking off. I'm like, I don't know. That seems like a waste of money. And, and and then there was just one after the other. The Monero coin and Ethereum after that. And
yeah. What do you think about GPU mining? Or
I don't like it because it drives up prices
pricing
for the enthusiasts.
Yeah.
Because then this becomes more of a commodity, the hardware.
Yeah.
Well, not that it wasn't a commodity before, but it's just it takes it to a whole different level of.
Yeah. Do you think AI has the same threat now?
Possibility, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna. Well, we already see it. It's doing an arms race. Yeah. At least with NVIDIA's got the crown right now.
Mm-hmm. AMD doesn't have a lot of AI going for
not
it right
yet.
now. Yeah.
But that's going to change.
They had their ML GPUs for machine learning, but that was about it.
Yeah, you got Intel very interested in it, and then Intel continues to make strides and try to break into the enthusiast market with GPUs.
Yeah.
And some of those offerings lately are pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Even some of the on-chip GPUs that they're doing on some of the Intel cards are pretty impressive, along with what they've thrown in the Zen 2 and Zen 3 architecture that's got the built-in GPUs.
On the AMD side of
on things? The AMD side, and what you're seeing is getting done with those little Zen, not the Zen, but the little NUCs. That's very interesting as well. It's not going to have as much power as a discrete GPU, but you're looking at what those things can play and how well it can play them at 1080. It's pretty impressive.
Right. Well, you look at the Steam Deck and how far all that came along.
Yeah. So. I picked up a Steam Deck and I thought that was just an enormous value.
Yeah.
With what you got with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I got the mid-tier version. I think that was.
Plus the world of good it did for Linux gaming.
Yes. Yeah, and I work in system administration, so it was like, wow, this is pretty cool, because you could then drop it down into the kernel and do things with it, and it's not just a toy. Mm-hmm. I could actually use this thing when I'm in the data center working on other things if I got to troubleshoot things. And it's nice, it's small, lightweight, it's easy to do, and then I have my work laptop and I'm doing other things while I'm in there too. But sometimes you got to troubleshoot different things and just pull that out of the bag.
So you use the Steam Deck out in the data center?
I've used it, yeah.
Nice, okay. I'm a systems engineer by trade.
Yeah.
I haven't used that, but...
Well, I've used it where, like if I'm doing some diagnostics and I'm wanting to ping things from either side, and I'm wanting to do some port knocking, and I've got it in my bag, then I don't got to run out and go get another laptop or something, or I'm trying to sniff or analyze the traffic from one way or the other.
Yeah.
It's I found it handy just to just pull it out, drop it down, hook up the dongle, and do some stuff on it, and then while because sometimes I'm doing it on that while I'm on a Teams chat with some other teammates, and we're talking and we're going back and forth, and I'm just doing it on that.
Sweet.
So.
Nice. Well, thanks for your time. I think some people are waiting to ask you questions possibly, so I'll let them get to it. Oh, it's your dad. Okay, cool. Dad-son team. My son's here too. He's 8, so we got a ways to go.
I mean, I've always wanted like a fishbowl PC case.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I'm too lazy to put anything unique. So let me just get something with all glass. And this is literally it, all glass. That right there is a gift from my friend. And he gave it to me as my birthday. This is from the anime Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my favorite characters. And then I decided to be way too lazy and just use the same parts that I had in my old build. But it worked out for me. And then there was just no room to put more LED, and I was like, you know what, let me put this in here. So I just got that from Amazon, and I just jerry-rigged it in there.
Nice.
I will say, if anyone wants to build a PC case, please use the same brand. I'm using Corsair fans, Lee & Lee lights, and NZXT's CPU cooler, which has a GIF playing on there. That GIF is with the same character that's in the case.
What CPU are you running?
It's an i5 13th generation.
And what GPU?
The GPU is 4070 Ti Super.
Nice, okay.
From
I'm running
Galax.
the same one right now.
Yeah, it's from Galax.
Cool.
Really good brand.
Is that the Y70 or which case is
this
that?
This is the Y60.
Y60,
The Y70 is, they changed a few things, and then there's one from Height that allows you to have, it comes with a touchscreen right here in this panel.
Yeah.
I prefer not to, I want to see everything. But the next mod I'm going to do is you can take, and someone in here at Quakecon has this, you can take a panel, put a LED, not an LED, but basically a...
it's like a projection, is that what you're talking about?
It's kind of like that. It's basically a monitor panel on here, it's clear, and you can have an image running on it.
Yeah.
And you can still see through. That's the next thing I'm going to do.
And what monitor are you running today?
This one is from Dell. Honestly, I can't remember, but everyone hyped about it. I got it back in 2017, 2018.
Is it 1440p?
It is 1440.
144?
144 hertz.
VRR?
1440p.
All the goodness?
It should have, if I find it, G-Sync. It has G-Sync.
Okay, so G-Sync module.
Which is what really matters to me.
What keyboard are you running there?
This, and anyone who is obsessed or wants to get into keyboards, don't get like a really expensive keyboard. This is literally from Micro Center. This is Inlands, and it comes with enough dampening where it doesn't be too loud, and you can modify this. So I modified the keycaps a little bit, but I'm going to change the key switches to Gatoron yellow switches, which is more quieter. Right now it's MX Red.
Which are a little clickier, right?
I like the clickiness, but I want to do something smooth, like the Gatoron yellows.
I just switched to Razer because of the snap tap.
Is that the one where you can quickly do AD really quick switch?
Yeah, and I have Jim, okay, but I wanted to cheat, man. Come on, you know you want to cheat too.
I want to do the same thing. Yeah.
And then that's a Glorious mouse, Model G?
Yes. Yeah, we know the owners of Glorious. They're in Plano.
Okay.
The Glorious is based on Plano.
Okay.
If anyone wants to know about that. Yeah, really nice guys. They partnered with a big group in California.
There we go.
Yeah, but they started from Plano.
We had the gimbal die there on me for a second. It's getting mad about balance. I'll have to check it in a second. And you got your switch dock over there?
Yeah, I didn't have, I forgot one of the cords to record. So I can stream it on one of my monitors.
Okay,
and then
so
go
you
ahead.
bought 2 seats for a second monitor?
Yep.
Got you, cool.
Yeah.
Where do you stream, Twitch?
I don't even stream.
Okay.
I don't stream, I just stream for Discord. I just stream with my friends.
On Discord, got it.
And just have fun. Honestly,
awesome,
I should do stream.
I have one last question for you.
Sure.
What do you think about cryptocurrency?
Funny story. We have a good friend over here who is starting a crypto company called Shardus.
Okay.
He's worked his ass off. If you want to meet him, he's right there.
To him. Okay.
We also, like idiots, knew about Bitcoin and Ethereum early and thought, you know what? Let's sell Bitcoin at 600. That should be fine. We don't regret that at all.
Yeah.
Then we have another friend here in Plano who worked for a company called Chainlink.
Okay.
He
yeah,
worked for
I'm familiar.
Chainlink, and even he himself didn't know that Chainlink would hit an all-time high of $50.
Yeah.
And even he himself sold it, but you know what? He was paid in Chainlink. He was very well off.
There you go.
God willing, you know, he's very well smart guy. And but yeah, when it comes to cryptocurrency, huge believers of it.
Awesome.
Doesn't matter. It's going to go down. So what? In the future, it's going to go back up high again. I think it's never going to go away.
What do you think about cryptocurrency mining?
Another funny thing, one of the guys who sold that Bitcoin at such a low price mines with solar panels. We even have someone behind you who has working with them doing solar panels at a farm.
Awesome.
And they have a bunch of rigs.
Okay.
Where is he? Halifa. He's playing. He's
Okay,
playing.
I'll talk to him whenever he's ready.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I run a YouTube channel called Son of a Tech. It's a cryptocurrency mining YouTube.
Son of a what?
Son of a Tech.
Son of a Tech. Okay.
Yeah, and I've been coming to Quakecon for a long time, but I wanted to just ask people that question and then throw the video up there so you can check it out over on that YouTube channel.
Yeah. I will say anyone who wants to like get into crypto, like don't be upset if you missed out on something. Don't fall for FOMO. Just have some and then don't look at it.
Yeah.
I would just do that.
That's a good idea.
Have an amount where you just never look back, and have another set amount where you can say, I'm okay with selling it. That's what I do. I'm not gonna lie, I sell crypto from then and there, and I look back and I tell myself, I wish I had kept it. It would be this much high. You can't really guess the future.
True.
It is what it is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for talking to me.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Nice to meet
Son
you.
of a Tech?
Yeah, Son of a Tech.
I gotta subscribe to you now.
And then I'll go talk to your buddy here about his project.
Yes, his name is Amer.
Amer. All right, cool. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
That's me.
Oh, I'm subscribed.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, then I definitely looked at your stuff.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your Quakecon setup.
Right on. So this isn't like a lot of the other things that you've seen so far because as you can see, it's a lot smaller.
Yeah.
This is actually optimized for portable gaming. I got this so that I could like pick it up, carry it around. plug it into like an outlet, and carry a bunch of controllers and pull them out and just start playing with friends games that I have on there.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's in the PC itself? Is it a mini ITX motherboard?
Yeah, it's a mini ITX. It's got a Radeon, I believe like 3300. I forget exactly the model number, but it's a Radeon graphics card.
Okay.
And I think it's a i7 processor.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You don't know what gen or anything?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the gen.
Did you build it
definitely.
or did you just pick it up?
So I picked this up from Micro Center.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. It was it's kind of a show for Micro Center because I didn't want to go through the whole process of building something myself.
Yeah.
Like I really wanted to work more on making it portable rather
Yeah.
than like the computer itself. I just get something that's like pre-built, kind of nice.
So
and
did you
support.
buy the monitor separate and all that? And
Yeah,
then
this
connect
came
it up?
separate. I got this off of Amazon. It's like an OLED screen. Enotion is the brand name for that. And then the harness I also bought off of Amazon. Check this out. It's got a little like handle on it up here.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
then in the back, it's like pouches and stuff for controllers.
So what do you think about cryptocurrency?
Oh gosh, I've been working with cryptocurrency for the past almost 10 years now.
Okay. Wow, that's a long time.
I got into it because my dad was searching about digital currency.
Yeah.
Way back after the 2008 housing market crash. And he was like, there's got to be a better way to do money, guys. Like, I don't know if this system that we're doing right now is sustainable. And so he searched it up. He's like, is there such a thing as like digital money?
Yeah.
And then there was DigiCash from like the 1990s.
Yeah.
But then like he saw, it was around 2010 that it came out. Like he was doing these searches and he saw like, oh, there's this thing called Bitcoin by this dude on this forum. And so he goes and looks it up and he's like, oh, this looks kind of cool. They're using like cryptographic technology to make something that can be like digital cash, and it seems to have a lot of potential. And so he's an engineer. He worked at NASA for like 10 years, and Raytheon before that, and at NASA, his job was to scale up serving images from like the Mars rovers in the late 90s. Like they would get a lot of traffic. It was the first time NASA was on the internet.
Okay.
And like all the traffic to see the pictures from the Pathfinder mission, it was his job to make sure that the servers didn't go down. So he
Okay,
had a bit of
that's cool.
experience at scaling.
So that was your dad?
Yeah, that's my dad. And so he goes and takes this this technology or this knowledge that he had about scaling, and thinks, okay, how can we make cryptocurrency scale? He looks at how Bitcoin works, and he's like, oh, it's really good, but if a lot of people try to use it, it's gonna get kind of hard, because it's not really everyone has to see every transaction, all that kind of stuff. It has it's a little hard to make it scale up, right?
Yeah.
And so he goes, all right, what if we make things sharded in the sense that not everyone has to see every transaction? It's just you split it up so that all the accounts aren't held by everybody.
So
you have groups of people holding.
There's been projects that have tried that before, like Cadena, right? For example?
Yeah,
okay.
That's one of them.
And then I think, what was another one? Polkadot, maybe?
Yeah, Polkadot.
Okay, got it.
Cardano's there, Polkadot is there.
Yeah.
There was one called Radix back in the day. I'm not sure if they're still around.
Okay.
But yeah, there's been a couple of
So
projects.
your dad started working on something with you?
Yeah, so way
Okay.
back when I was in high school, literally taking an economics class, and he comes to me, he's like, hey, what do you think, he came up with the algorithm for making all this stuff scale, and he's like, what do you think of this? I was like, that's great, but I could break it by doing this. And then he goes back to the drawing board, comes up with someone else, asks me again, we do this back and forth for a couple times. And then finally around 2017, he comes to me with something, and I'm like, I can't break this, no matter how hard I try. And by that time, I was I got through college, got a degree in computer science and whatnot, and I was like, you know what? I'd been working in computers for 2 years. I was like, let's go ahead and start a business, and maybe we can make this thing possible. We'll implement this software.
Okay.
And that's what we did. It's called Shardus, SHARDUS.
Okay, Shardus.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool.
And so we started that in 2017. By about 2019, we had it ready to go, and we showed that it was actually scaling. Yeah.
We'll have to wait a second. We're at Quakecon.
Woo!
Uh-oh, somebody's mom's waiting for him.
No.
So you got the scaling working?
Yeah, so we demonstrated that. Like if you go to our YouTube channel, we show like, oh, the more nodes you add to the network, the more transactions per second this thing can pass.
Okay.
And this guy from India who started the biggest crypto exchange there saw that video and he was like, hey, I'd like to use your technology to make something that's like Ethereum, but scalable. And so we started that project with him in 2019.
So a layer 2 on top of it then?
It's kind of like using Shardus. Shardus is like a game engine for making scalable networks.
Okay.
You can make anything you want on top of this.
Okay.
Like it just gives you some functions that you fill out.
Okay.
And then you're good to go. You can make like a decentralized social media. You can make a decentralized.
So how's the consensus mechanism work then?
So there's this thing called proof of quorum. Is like kind of the name we came up with.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Proof of
and
quorum.
And what is that? How does that work?
It's kind of like you have the really important thing is ordering the transactions in time and making sure that you don't have them like conflicting with each other or something happening like out of order with another one that's supposed to happen before.
Right.
And then on top of that, you can't allow replays. And so it turns out that if you have the network put a timestamp on the transaction itself, you can avoid having to do this thing where every single node in the network has to see every single transaction.
Okay.
And so that's kind of what we went for there.
But what if 2 nodes get a transaction with the same timestamp?
Right on. That's also why the network has like a unique identifier that I'll put on each transaction that comes in.
Okay.
So if like the same transaction tries to get sent in twice and it's already been timestamped, it'll recognize that and be like, oh, this one like is the same thing, but I've already seen it.
Okay.
It throws it out.
So then how does security work?
That's a really good question. So because the entire address space is like split up into different shards, and you have a couple of nodes holding each shard of the address space, we have something called dynamic sharding, where it isn't just like, oh yeah, these guys hold this, these guys hold this, these guys hold this. It's all of you are there, all of you are gonna hold like overlapping pieces of it. So there's gonna be multiple people who have that same account, and they can all check with each other if some change is being made by any of the holders of that account that's like out of like, oh, not right, like, you know, some kind of bad change going on.
Okay.
And so for security's like sake, you can also set the size of these shards, these overlapping shards, to be bigger or smaller, right? The bigger the shards are, the more secure it gets. The smaller they are, I wouldn't say it's less secure, but it's like the probability, like the amount of work that an attacker would have to put in to gain like 51% of the network becomes less.
Okay.
Right? So even with like Bitcoin and these other cryptocurrencies, like someone could have like a whole lot of money or like a whole lot of like, you know, compute or whatever and like buy out, you know,
yeah, so it's
share.
proof of quorum that's not compute or staking. How does that work? Do users have the ability to participate?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so how does that work? How does that participation
So when you run a
work?
node, there's something called like a network ID that the network will assign to your node.
Okay.
And depending on this like deterministic, randomly assigned ID is where you like join in the shards.
Okay.
Determines which shard you go into. And so then there's rotation going on. So a node that will come in, it will join the network, process, and then the network will be like, all right, your time is done, we're gonna sunset you now, and put someone else in. So that, like, there's like a
does having a node require a certain amount of investment, or?
Yeah, that depends on your application. So like Shardus itself allows you to like, it's very, very open. It's like a game engine. You can make whatever the hell you want with a game engine. But if your application like is something that you want to, you know, I don't want people to misbehave in this network or something like that, then you can have it so that in your application code you put in, you got to put up some stake in order to have, you know.
I think this is going to get way more technical than we need to now.
Yeah.
So let me get your information and I'll have you come on the channel at some point and talk about it.
Absolutely.
That'd be
I
awesome.
Get you in touch with my dad. Like he's really like better than me, obviously. He's the engineer.
So what do you do exactly for it?
So I help with engineering.
Okay.
But I also help with like, you know, Like almost everything else
You
is
said
like
you have a
servers,
computer science
DevOps,
degree,
yeah,
right? Okay.
like all that kind of like
Gotcha.
infrastructure, that kind of stuff.
Okay, you do infrastructure?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice,
yeah.
I'm a systems engineer by trade.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so I do all that for a power co-op.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, awesome, dude. Well, I have to get more info from you. Are you enjoying Quakecon?
Oh, I'm having a great time. So you know what's funny? Ever since I started like that project with my dad in 2018, these guys have been telling me you got to come with us. I haven't been able to because we've been like working so hard at it.
There you go. Okay, so you got a break.
Here.
Awesome.
First year that
Well, congrats. It was good talking to you.
You too, man. What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew. Good to meet you, Matthew.
You too.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we got going on here today? What PC parts do you got going on?
Oh man, this thing is old. This is I think it's a Z370 by Asus Rogue.
I had the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 version of that, I think.
Yeah, probably back in like 21.
370,
maybe,
yeah.
Maybe 19.
It had the little skull on it.
Yeah.
So I had the same motherboard. So that is going to be 6th gen?
Yeah, and it's
okay.
And then I've got a 4080 Super paired with it.
Oh wow!
So, yeah.
Does the CPU keep up, or do you bottleneck a lot?
I don't think so. I think it's a CPU problem right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty bottleneck. The other thing is like I actually had to switch to the vertical mount, and it's kind of funny how it just leans down.
When
really
you went to the new
when I went to the new
GPU?
one, and it was so long.
Because you got front and rear cooling plates on that?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yep,
nice.
Front and back active.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's not as big of a deal now. The 3000 series had the rear memory modules that had to be cooled, which was a big problem. And you had to get the active on the rear, but you don't need it as much anymore, I guess.
No, you don't.
But it's still cool.
Yep, and the big thing for me was with the water block was that it just cuts down the size so much.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes an entire, like about 100 millimeters off the end of the thing.
Okay. Nice. It looks great. I love that water block on the 4090 or 4080 Super, you said,
4080
right?
Super,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry. I got a 4090 and a 4080 Super. I haven't water blocked either one yet, but we're planning on it eventually.
This was my first time doing a custom water block. Everything else I had done where it was like pre-built. It was like a one of those
Oh,
EK
you order
deals.
that? Yeah, you order it already on?
It was still a custom loop. It was actually the same loop. I mean, again, I've been using this
Yeah,
since,
so you got soft tubing in there,
yeah.
so that's that EK soft tubing loop or whatever. Were those frosted tubing, or is that kind of just got frosted over time?
I think, no, it was not frosted tubing.
Okay,
it's
so
more of a premix
okay.
from EK. It's for the actual coolant.
Okay, so it's kind of just got that frosted look to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What pump is that then? That's not a D5, is it?
I don't know actually off the top of my head. It came with it was like their 360 set.
Yeah.
So it came with the 360 rad, and then I added another rad to it.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So 2 360 rads. How cool does the GPU stay?
It stays in the low 80s.
Okay.
Celsius.
80 C?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I believe so.
It's a hot GPU.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually logging it properly either.
Okay.
So.
Do you use hardware info or?
No, not really. How do you like to do it?
HW info. If you go to Google, HW info. It's all one word, but yeah, it's that one. Download that. Yeah, the installer there. Do the local US, and then yeah, you got it. It's up there. Oh, you cheater with the crosshair over there.
Oh, dude, I
see
love
it.
that thing.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, you got the Razer keyboard?
Yeah, this thing, again, like...
Snap tap or no?
This is the old Black Widow from like...
Oh, you don't got the
forever
V3.
ago. No,
Have
I
you
do
used
not.
Snap tap?
No,
Yeah.
and I love this thing too. I'm a
Yeah.
huge fan of these. I wish I mean, that's an orb weaver. They don't
If
make...
you got the crosshair and you're cheating already,
Might as well.
Snap tap is amazing, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah, the crosshair is great for games like Rust. Like,
Yeah, so V3, I got one over there. I'll let you use it if you want. But it's got the Snap
where
tap.
am I looking here?
You look crazy. So do sensors only. Close that out. Nobody cares about that. Central processor, or close it and reopen it. It'll be easier. Hardware info. There you go. And then click sensors only. Check the box. Start. Yeah. It's giving you sensor warnings. So now you got all the CPU core temps. You're running at 44C on the CPU right now. That's a 8700K. That's
Yeah,
right.
okay.
Nice. And then if you scroll down, you'll get the GPU.
There you go.
Heck yeah. So GPU temperature is actually at 31C right now. Do you got
Thermal
3D
alert's at
mode
84.
right now?
Yeah, I don't know if I do. I think I had that on Steam, right?
Yeah,
Let me
Steam's
see
got
if
3D
it's got
mode.
anything on. I didn't see it. I do have it installed.
It's on Steam, so
Yeah.
open Steam, it'll be there at the top if you own it. If not, like there's a few different ones.
I know I have it.
Go to store. There should be a free one. No way. Okay.
That's probably why, because I had it installed.
Okay.
So maybe if they
well,
took away the 3 version.
what games you got installed?
I got, all kinds of stuff, but I don't know if there's anything that's going to put it. This may put it under load.
I don't see anything with built-in benchmarks.
No, I don't either. Actually, you know what? We'll.
Making me go through the list over here. God
Yeah.
damn.
Is there any Total Wars that have a built-in benchmark?
No. GTA 5, anything like that?
No, I don't have that.
Just load Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah,
Load
I haven't played
into
that
a
in a
realm or a save game.
Actually, I upgraded to Windows 11 while we were here.
You only have 6.1 hours on this?
Yeah. I'm playing all on Steam Deck, so it's not logging
Yeah.
properly.
Oh, it's not
so
logging
I
it?
travel a lot, so
Okay.
it doesn't log when I am off net. And
Okay.
when I'm offline,
Because I got fucking 300 hours in this goddamn
I
game.
probably have around 80.
80?
Yeah.
Okay. I started playing back in the alpha days with BG3.
I was a big Baldur's Gate 2 fan.
Yeah.
And I put this down, as soon as I played this game, I put it down because I couldn't
Really?
stand the turn-based stuff. I wanted, because everything over there was simultaneous turns, right?
Got you, okay.
Let's go.
So I played the Baldur's Gate 2 and 1 way back, but I was a big Divinity fan, so I liked how they did it more.
See, and that's, if you're more of a Divinity fan, then that makes total
Yeah,
sense.
uh-huh.
But I like the 2D isometric, simultaneous turn with pausing.
Yeah.
What they could have done, I think, would have been a lot of fun, is really do a slowed down real time.
Yeah.
Kind of like a tactical speed.
Are you a Final Fantasy VII remake fan, or?
I played Final Fantasy VII a lot, but no, I haven't played the remake at all.
Okay. Like Rebirth and all that?
No, not at all. We've been playing a lot of Rust this con. We've been playing a lot of PUBG.
PUBG, that's not one that's played as much anymore.
No.
You like it, or?
I'm a pretty big. I like it, yeah. I think it's a fun game. I don't even know if my
I got
cloud
kids
sync
now,
is-
so my battle royale is
Yeah.
Fortnite. It's just the way it is. and then by the time you're done playing with an 8-year-old for 8 hours on Fortnite, you're like, I don't want to play any more battle royales. I'm good.
Yeah,
So.
we did a little COD DMZ. I love playing Hell Let Loose every time we come out here.
I wish Helldivers would do a DMZ version bad.
That's such a good game.
And yet they're just around fucking up the balance.
I'm not sure what I'm doing right now.
Over and over. They're like, you know what? We're going to take our world and piss everybody off. I mean, it looks smooth. So if you go...
You want me to go back to...
Yeah, if you go back to the hardware monitor, you should get CPU temps are rising. I mean, still 48C max, right?
40.8, 40.9. It'll probably get up to 42.
Dude, you're running cool as hell for a 4080 Super.
Yeah, sorry, I thought we were asking about like high end, but I haven't seen those kind of numbers, so that's good. But
yeah, we'd have to run a benchmark to get it really knowing, but
I think it'll sit there. I know I have a 3D Max on here. No, nothing.
Yeah,
it's
no
all
worries.
Uninstalled.
So I got one last question for you. Well, actually, I got a few more. So that's an HP monitor, which I'm curious about.
Yeah, it's I honestly got 2 of these as backup monitors.
Okay.
I use a 43-inch at home.
Okay.
And then these are kind of both side by side above it.
Yeah.
So it's just easy to rip off the wall, and it's a nice. Like I drove up here from Austin, so it's a nice. Easy.
Okay. Cool.
Pull the thing off. The other thing I love in the con is the monitor arm.
Oh, yeah, I have that same one for my portrait monitor at home.
Yeah, they're fantastic. Yeah. I love them.
I've been using the LG C1 OLED for my main monitor.
Yeah.
The TV. Only thing that sucks about that is every time you turn it on, even if you say go back to the same input, it's like turn off, let the pixels redo, and then updates all the time. But other than that, it's nice.
Nice.
So, what do you think about cryptocurrency?
I actually pulled out of it in rate. It was actually kind of lucky. It was I was buying a house this summer.
So you pulled out?
I jumped out right in, I think, early June, late May.
What were you in?
It was mostly Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Do you ever mine?
Sorry?
Do you ever mine crypto?
I did, yeah, but like not in a
Ethereum or what?
Just Bitcoin.
Just Bitcoin?
Yeah.
So do you have some Bitcoin miners?
Not anymore. I shut it all down. Yeah, I
but
did
you
for
did
like
have
a couple
some?
months, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't really do much for me, so I didn't really.
Okay, I got you. Cool.
Yep.
Are you gonna reinvest, or what are you thinking?
Oh, I definitely would consider it. It's not something that I'm like opposed to at all.
What do you think about the presidential candidates going in and talking about making reserves and all that in Bitcoin?
I don't know that I'd trust them to even like kind of have really gotten into like the why should we.
Yeah.
It doesn't really seem. It seems like more maybe they're just making a play for more attention.
Yeah, I mean you might be right, probably.
Yeah.
Sure. What do you think about the future of crypto? Do you think that's something that's going to take off, or do you think?
I think it could go either way. I'm not 100% certain. It's definitely something that like I'd have in my portfolios. Like I'm probably gonna still reinvest in it, but I'm not necessarily gonna put like too much money into it. I wish I had earlier.
Yeah. That's everybody, right? With everything. Nvidia stock. Most recently Raytheon and fucking all that shit. Yeah.
So plenty of that, but there's always something of that nature.
Yeah.
These guys fly with theirs, so they like much smaller boxes.
Okay.
We're all here together.
Cool. Awesome.
But yeah.
Where'd they come from?
They're coming in from Virginia and Colorado.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Well, thanks for talking with me, man.
Hey, you as well, man.
It's cool.
Thanks again.
Yeah. So this is one of the coolest builds out here at Quakecon, and
Thank you.
I had a couple questions.
Sure.
Obviously, it looks like it's a scratch build. Is that true?
Actually, no, it's
No.
actually a mod.
Mod, okay.
It is based off of the Cooler Master half XB.
Okay. XB. So I have a few XB Evos.
Yeah, the XB one. So it's basically a cube.
Oh, I see it on the inside.
Yeah, you can kind of
here.
see the outline here.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I see it. Yeah.
I gutted it down to like just the bare frame.
So it's that XB Evo usually has like handles on the side panels, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's actually two versions. There's the XB Evo and the XB.
Okay.
The Evo has screws.
Got it.
The non-Evo has everything is rivets, which is the kind of thing.
Rivets. So you had to drill all that
I had
out?
a rivet take out everything out from rivets.
Okay.
The only thing I actually kept was like the 5 1/4 bay, which I use for cables.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. So what parts do you got in it as far as base, CPU, and GPU?
So I've got a 7900 XT
Okay.
that I water cooled, and I'm using an EK water block on that. And then for a processor, I've got a 7800 X3D.
Okay. How do you like the X3D?
It's awesome. I mean, everybody says it's like the best one for gaming, and I tend to agree on that. It's
Okay.
great.
Awesome. And you keep it really cool with that block?
Oh yeah.
Is that a full mono block?
I'm sorry?
Is that a full mono block with the DRMs cooled and all that, or is it just CPU block? Just looks like a
Just
CPU block.
just a CPU block.
Okay. The EK Velocity?
It is actually.
Okay,
Velocity
cool.
2.
And then you got a couple sticks of RAM in there.
Yep.
Cool. And what GPU are you running?
I said it's the 7900 XT.
Okay, cool. And what made you decide to go with the 7900 XT?
So actually, last year I won them in a prize,
Oh, awesome. That's a good reason.
and so it was free. So right. So this year I water cooled the video card the first time. Never tried it before.
Okay.
Big risk, but the card was free. So if I broke
Took the risk.
if I broke the card, I wasn't out any money.
Cool. And then how did you do the rest of the mod?
So I spent 4 months learning how to use CAD.
Okay.
From there, I was able to design the model, and I worked with a shop that I worked with in the past that does laser cutting for metal.
Okay.
So
Cool.
turned out great.
In Lampasas, you said?
No, it's a shop I use online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
And I saw the badges over here.
so these are new original stock from 1983. So these are actually authentic DeLorean emblems on them.
Where'd you get them from? eBay or something?
No, there's a shop in Humble. They bought all the DeLorean parts.
Okay. So you bought it from them?
So I bought them directly from DeLorean.
Okay, cool. What have you been playing at Quakecon?
A little bit of everything, honestly. I've got some plays some Diablo. I played some PUBG, some Fallout 76.
Okay.
Got to play some Quake Champions there.
Nice.
Some good
Did
stuff.
you play in any tournaments?
Nah, I was just playing with some friends.
Okay, cool.
But no, you can see everything is based off of based off of the profile of the car, right?
Yeah.
You got your signature goings. You got the wheels on there as my fan grills.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like it. You did all the hinges and all that?
Yeah, yep. Pretty much everything on here is stainless steel where possible.
Nice.
You tune all the bolts and all that kind of stuff.
And they close and all that too?
Yeah, they close too. I'm using their toy box struts, so they lock anywhere, so I can keep them open, close, or just close them completely.
Okay. Cool. What'd you use for lighting?
I'm actually using Corsair lighting. I had to modify them. They got those big old connectors on there, and they would not fit in my slots.
Okay.
So I got Corsair lighting on there, and then I'm using a mag notation for my fans.
Okay. Awesome. And what pump is in there? I saw the pump down there at the bottom.
I forgot the model. It's an EK pump.
Okay.
It's designed to be vertical, but I designed a 3D printed mount, which lets you go horizontal. It's great. It just sticks on with magnets, so I can kind of slide it in and out, take it out and use it as an aid.
Was that hard to fill?
No, it's actually pretty good. So I gave myself a knuck slap so I can take it out, fill it, and then just screw it on and stick it in place.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. How cool does the system stay?
Honestly, I haven't been paying attention to that. I mean, I could pull it up if you're interested. Let's see what it got here.
Let's see here. Right now, CPU is at 46.
Okay.
And then, what is my processor running at? I'm sorry, my cooler. Performance. All right. Blah, blah, blah.
It says 38C there on the GPU core temperature.
There we go.
Cool. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, Jen does a great job. I'm happy with everything.
Awesome. I got one more question
Sure.
for you. What do you think about cryptocurrency?
Hate it.
Hate it.
Yes.
Why?
Because it made it impossible to get a video card for like years.
Okay, so that's the main reason was the availability of GPUs?
Yeah, exactly. So like prior to this, I was running SLI Titans. I mean, that pretty much lasted me until like the 30 series for the video cards. And after that, I got this, and so that was a nice upgrade. And
30 series was basically not in stock at that time.
Yeah, so actually, it started pretty much like the 10 series, right?
Yeah.
So I remember I picked up 1080s for my wife, and then I picked up Titan XPs at that time from because you could buy from NVIDIA at the regular prices fitting in the plate. It was like they were like $1,200 cards.
Yeah.
But SLI, those things, they gave me 37 to rent for its money.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
So.
I just was curious because that is the kind of channel I do. I do GPU mining on YouTube, and I know it's been a big problem in the past. So you're the first person that has actually brought that up today.
Yeah. So that was my complaint. It's like you couldn't get a card.
Yeah, you had the way I found out about it was the RX 470s. I was doing reviews. I used to do tech reviews.
Okay.
And I was doing a review on that versus the 1060. And at the time, I pulled up the prices, and the RX 470 had gone to like $400.
Yeah, I mean,
when they're like $200 cards, and I was like, "What happened?"
Yeah, the prices were stupid inflated. Like I said, NVIDIA was the only place where you could get a card at the at retail price because everything was jacked up. And I was like, it was cheaper to buy Titans than it was to buy 1080.
It was.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you so much
no problem.
for your time. It's a really cool
Thank you.
mod. I love it. And I hope to see you out here next year.
Yep, I plan to be. Hey, thanks again, man.
Yeah.